Thank you for joining us for this episode of Behind the Bridge Sessions. This program is brought to you by the North 103.3 FM and provided by your generous support. Please consider supporting this station as the year goes on so we can continue bringing you programs such as this. Enjoy the show.
Band for this bridge session, Bill and Kate Isles.
This is too exciting. We're going to be blown away. We know it. But okay. If you want to count off, count off. You can't, like, it's whatever makes us all comfortable.
Yeah.
So however you want to do it is great.
You there? 1, 2, 3.
What were your initial reactions when you learned you were participating in this series?
I was shocked. I was really surprised and thrilled, and it was sort of a coming home thing. You know, we've played all over the country and in Ireland, and to come here and have an organization like this invite us to perform is just a huge honor. It's just kind of completes things for me. I was really nervous coming in. I've worked with other musicians, but I am not a composer. I mean, I write songs and I write stories and story songs, and so when I've produced our albums, I bring in musicians and I don't tell them what to play, I tell them how to play. I say, I want you to build this up right in this section and then come back down here, be really quiet. And with a group like this that we never played with, and we've only seen them perform, they've probably never seen us perform. And so I was very nervous about it, but I thought, you know, we're just gonna do our songs. She's arranging them based on the structure of our albums, you know, the song structure. So I just thought I'm just gonna go with it, and it just kind of just created this, went from chaos in my mind to a world that was, you know, it made sense.
I used to dream that I was weightless. I just push on, take to fly. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's great. That's lovely. Thank you.
With Bill and Kate, it's this wonderful folk idiom that lends itself to a lot of different styles, but really I think it's entrenched in storytelling and folk, which makes, I think, room for Wendy, our arranger, to do lots of really imaginative things in the orchestration to kind of highlight the text. And I think it's a very text-forward type of storytelling and singing. And so there's lots of opportunities for interesting things to happen.
Nebraska plains and grandma's hands, little blue.
Can you tell me a little bit about the song Little Blue and what that one is about?
Well, I appreciate that. That song, my mother and my cousin Mary were plein air painting along the Little Blue River in Nebraska. And my mother gave me her painting Little Blue. And I was sitting in front of it one day and playing the guitar, and that song just started happening. And I thought, you know, I should write a song about Little Blue, but I should write a song about my grandmother from Nebraska. So in the song, Little Blue refers to my grandmother and the river and that part of Nebraska that I know well.
The dried between the apple trees, little blue.
Okay, let's say one of the things that's happening is where I have the chorus.
Yeah.
You're somewhere, it's always like 2 measures. You're almost 1 to 2 measures early than what I have in the part. So I think there's just, well, I'm not where, when she starts singing, it does not line up if I'm looking at all the measures I have with rest.
Bill, can we even
I mean,
do
I
the
could
song?
just jump, now that I know it, I can just jump and not worry about it, but I don't know if everybody
I
else.
think if you dropped, I think it's like,
We just
I
drop
think she's
one
just
measure.
dropping one measure before each verse. So she's dropping a measure before
Right.
chorus, and then she's dropping.
Well, no, it's happening every time.
Right.
Yeah.
Can't remember this one.
But there was one that was actually two for me, according to my work, music. That's why something's off. So,
I think we should drop this song.
You want to do it?
We're going to drop this song out of the show, I think.
are you sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I don't have a lot of rhythm and I don't count and tap my foot.
I'll tell
And
you
that's-
what,
no,
the
no,
problem
no.
is it's in the recording, we
If
have
you-
extra measures.
What I would say is give us one more shot. Now that
Okay.
we kind of know what's going on.
Okay.
Part of this is just figuring
Sure.
it out. And what I'm playing off now
Okay.
is that I'm not going to count. Just when
Okay.
you start singing, I'm going to jump to where you are.
Sounds good. We'll
And
try
then-
it and we'll
yeah,
see how
let's
it
try
goes.
Let's see,
Okay.
And then if you still don't
Sure.
like it, we can cut
It's
it.
not
but-
that I don't like it, I just don't, I'm not a pro. So here we go.
And you don't, well, you are in your own way.
No, but yeah, let's do that then.
Yeah.
Little blue,
The beginning.
little blue,
Measure 4, measure
your veins flow through.
Because I straddle multiple different worlds and I speak multiple different musical languages, I'm keenly aware, and we have meetings with our guest artists up front, and one of the first things I say, which really surprises them, is that the orchestra musicians are nervous. They're going to be nervous, and they're like, no, we're going to be nervous. I'm like, no, trust me. They just want to do it right. They want to, everybody's like, we're used to, Mozart and Beethoven and all the classical, and they don't want to disappoint, and they want it to be in the right style and have it sound good.
Like when you are finessing these parts to this music, how does that kind of go about in your brain?
I have to toggle back and forth a little bit. In my other life, I play in a bluegrass band, but it's helpful when we're doing things like this. So I'm thinking stylistically of not playing this as a classical musician, but when it calls for it, there are going to be moments where the way Wendy has written it, like it'll be a little bit more classical with intentionality. And then there are other things where you just want to be a little bit more in that folk genre, so that will affect how I approach it and how. So my brain is kind of going all the time and going, okay, classical here, less vibrato here, smoother here, bumpier here, all different kinds of things, and just sort of navigating it. And part of the rehearsal process is sometimes I'll try something and then I'll try it again and be like, oh yeah, this style is a little bit better for this particular thing.
I don't know what I did. So was I supposed to have you do a solo break in there?
There was a little break in end before you do that.
Oh.
We don't have that. We just need to know where it is.
I think we,
Also,
Went through
do we
Montana.
want to just maybe set this aside for
Yes.
tomorrow? We
Yep.
can start with this
Yep.
one,
Yep.
maybe?
Yep.
And then, because I think it's beautiful and
It's a
it'll
beautiful
work.
Okay.
I think if we could just figure out the ending.
Sure.
And just-
Yeah, there was something that happened and I don't know what at
That's
the
okay.
end. Yeah.
Wait. Okay, one more time. Ready? 3 and 4 and 1. So do you have the exact same thing? No, that's why.
That's why we're getting confused.
So we line up beat 1, beat 2. No, beat 3. You just have a
I've got this tie.
I do
But
too.
Because of it,
1. You know what? I would add in slurs. There's slurs on mine. That might make it much easier. Do you see what I'm saying?
yeah. Yep.
There's a lot of us actually that bridge multiple different styles, and there's a bunch of us that don't, and that's okay, and it gives people an opportunity to sort of, it gives the symphony musicians a chance to get their feet wet a little bit in a different style, and vice versa for our guest artists to come in and get a little taste of like, what is an orchestra? Because this kind of is a small scale version of what we do on stage, how we would shed during rehearsals and stuff. So this is that kind of, and ultimately everybody does rehearse and the bands all rehearse. It's just in a little bit of a different way.
Is there times where you yourselves as the musicians have to make certain decisions to work within these?
Yeah, actually that was one of them, where we decided to go off book with Wendy's blessing. She's like, just go to town, and what we're doing is adding a little bit more of sort of the fiddling style into it. So what she did is put chord changes for us. So we're reading the chord changes, and then we're doing kind of our own improvisation. So we just have our strategy of what we're going to do when. To add a little bit, so that would be an example of where we're actually ignoring what's on the page. Again, with Wendy's okay, and of course Bill and Kate, they wanted something a little bit more fiddling style, so that's what we're doing. Well, let's just take it a little faster. 3 and 4 and.
Yeah, I think I was trying to swing it.
Yeah, that's okay.
And that was throwing me off because of the bowing and the ties. That's just okay. Got it.
Yay.
Everybody,
It is, yeah, it is the
It is
witching
that
hour.
time.
I think what I would love to do, because we did not do it yesterday, is the Sistine Chapel.
Parole succata, olio sutella, cesellato e scolpito, finamente cucito. First time to the Sistine Chapel, I stood and watched the faithful come and go.
1993, you had a medical emergency with a sudden cardiac arrest.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, it changed me a lot. I was going through a lot of stress in my life at the time, and for about 6 months, I had this pending sense of doom, like something really bad's going to happen. And I laid on the couch, and my heart was just pounding, and I heard this voice that said, "You don't want to be one of those guys who won't go in, do you?" And I thought, no, I have to do something about this. And they took me right away. They didn't ask my name or anything. They just took me right into the heart room and put me down, put a heart monitor on me. Then the doctor came in, and he was talking to me about my health, and I'm not a smoker, and I'm a runner, and thin, and 41 years old. And about 10 minutes later, I woke up, and I had this mask on my face, and there was like 5 or 10 people all around me, nurses and doctors, and my doctor said, "Boy, you really surprised us." And I said, "What?" And I said, because I knew something weird happened. And he goes, "Well, we were just talking, and you went into cardiac arrest." Oh, my heart was stopped for a little over 2 minutes. I had the chart showing it stopping, and then I don't have the chart showing it start again. So maybe it didn't, and you guys are all part of my deal, I was a songwriter when I was young. I like writing, I like creating things, and I still do all kinds of things. And so that I made that pledge that I would do something creative with my life again if I survived.
Am I right to paint these pictures on your CD?
What is it like to hear something like Sistine Chapel, to be able to have something that has such a huge story be backed up with these other instruments around it?
Yeah, that's a good question. One of the best I've had, and it's like seeing it. It's like seeing your kids grow up, I guess, and to see them do things that are really great. Because the song was born in 2002. The Sistine Chapel song, and so, but to do it live like this I don't know what to say except for it's just very rewarding, very redeeming.
Yes, I wonder.
That's good for the morning for me.
Okay, cool. If we play just a little bit more, I'll get these dialed in.
Should we let's do the chorus for Old Saxon?
Yeah, that was good.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Nothing lasts forever. It'll all fall down like wood and stone and metal, returning to the ground. Oh, nothing lasts forever.
I hear it okay. I don't think it's on.
So, everyone, you all will just be out there. Okay. And then they'll go out on stage. Well, no, do you want to go out with them? Do you want to do like a concertmaster entrance thing?
No.
Okay. I'm just putting it out there.
I'm sorry, that was very aggressive.
No.
No. This is the exciting happenings. Pre-show, like right before.
Aren't we fun?
We're so fun.
Yeah, we snap a lot.
I'm like, do they want, like, because I have like I go through
I
strings
have all
like
these
this.
strings that I'm saving, and I'm like, what am I saving these
No,
for?
They
don't start alone?
No, not on this half. Okay. I'm just at the end.
Wilderness
end of the
Ladies,
half.
the first one. Wilderness Ladies.
Okay,
so we do
I promise.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
For refreshing my memory.
Yes. No. It's complicated. For me, the most stressful part of all of this is like the logistics, is making sure everything is smooth and. Oh.
Right? Bills?
Yep.
Bills? I'll use bills. All right.
So you can get up there from downstage. We can go whenever, give me 1 second.
Yeah, I can do it. All right. Allow me to really just welcome you to this concert, and it is really my pleasure to welcome to the stage two very good friends of mine, Bill and Kate Isles.
Well, I left my home with a heavy heart from troubles dark and weighty, but the sweetest scent drifted across the sea from the land of the wilderness lady. As I sent my
Tonight when we started and did Wilderness Lady, I was like, I'm home free.
it stressed my vessel greatly.
I knew I would be impressed, amazed, blown away, and I'm super thankful and honored that we get to be a part of this. It's so incredible to have people behind you that know what they're doing, and I could just say genius, genius, genius. I mean, it just seems like incredible what they do. So to have them with us and with our songs is wonderful. I loved the way everyone collaborated. That was the best part. And then now sharing that with Duluth and with the community and people that are at the show, that's the best part.
It's not going to be easy going back to the humdrum life of folk singers. What are we going to do now?
We're going to do Little Blue. Little blue, little blue. Your veins flow through, little blue. Nebraska plains and grandma's hand. little blue.
The Bridge Sessions really is bridging the gap for music and musical languages. How important has it been to work throughout this process?
I think the whole concept is fabulous. I think, and it's so fun because we had a little trouble with one of those songs because I don't have a tempo. I didn't write it in a tempo. I didn't count it out. And they have a tempo and they have notes and a staff that you have to follow the program. So it was really fun for us to actually work with them and make it work.
These comprised your life.
There are a couple of things that we are just used to, like count off cues and stuff, that they're not used to. So it was just a matter of being like, we gotta count off, oh, yep, okay, and then we're all together. So I think it's really easy. It's just making sure we all understand what we all need. Because at the core of it, great music making is great music making, regardless of what the background, where it comes from.
Thank you.
From the shores of my hometown,